Hi, I'm Allison Garner, owner of Thoughtly. We do executive coaching and leadership development. Like and subscribe to join our community. We'd love to have you. I spent the last 6 years navigating some of life's really big messes, and I'm on the other side, and now the work that I do is working with parents, leaders, and others who are looking to navigate their own messes and do it well, do it effectively, and do it without losing themselves. This particular video is going to be about context, and essentially all that means is like, what are the lenses that I'm wearing around the world? What are my beliefs, really, really deep beliefs, and how are they getting in my way? Because our beliefs aren't right or wrong or good or bad. Our beliefs are things that we come by honestly, and over time, they will eventually get in our way somewhere. So if I always have a certain belief and it serves me really well, then I'm obviously not going to let it go. I'm going to keep it, and then of course the universe, life, whatever, will happen, and then that belief will get challenged. And if we are not open, or we're not able to expand when that happens, and we double down on our belief, then first of all, it's definitely in our way, and it'll keep us from things. And for me, the most important things in my life are relationships, and anything that gets in my way of creating deep, meaningful relationships with the people that I love is a problem. And so that's what we'll be talking about today. Let's just take an example, like something huge and polarizing and drives people like to either side of the room. Abortion, right? Who am I to speak about abortion? This is super edgy for me even to do this here. But essentially, let's say I have a deep-seated belief that abortion is wrong. And I go about my life believing that. And so I'm able to like be black and white. And I'm able to say people who believe that it's okay are over here, people that believe it's not okay are over here, and I go about my life. And then I separate things. Like if people have had them, then I have a certain set of beliefs. Maybe I'll distance myself from them. Maybe it doesn't matter. I'm 49, right? Like I'm not going to get pregnant. It really doesn't matter to me in my own personal life right now. However, a place that it could hook me or get me tripped up, I have a daughter and she's 18. And imagine if she were pregnant in not the greatest circumstances, how my belief might get in my way. So you can see that like it probably didn't matter so much until it mattered to somebody that I care deeply for. And there it is. And obviously that's a huge example and it's a big divisive issue, but it kind of makes the point that my daughter and I cannot probably have a fruitful and meaningful conversation if I'm closed. If there's no ability for me to see abortion as anything other than wrong, then it's not on the table. That whole part of the conversation can't happen. Or if it does happen, then it's going to damage my relationship with my daughter. It might dent and bruise it, which is not something, obviously, if she were pregnant, that I would ever want to have happen. Those are the places that it can get in our way. So let me give you another example. I have some examples written down so that I don't forget. And they're basically quotes from people that I work with. So these are clients' names changed so that their anonymity is protected. So think about what the beliefs are of this person as I'm reading this quote, okay? I'm struggling with time management. I have a lot on my calendar and I'm trying to keep my head above water. My team is awesome, but they're stressed and I don't want to burden them by adding more to their plates. We just need to get through these next few weeks. So what do you imagine the beliefs are of this person? This person sounds like time is limited. It sounds like delegating is a bit of a burden for this person, or that their team is already overwhelmed and maybe there's some guilt, or maybe this person believes that they're not a very good leader if their team is overwhelmed. And that's all interesting. The next step is like, imagine having these beliefs. What actions then does this person take from these beliefs, this is my starting point. If I believe that time is limited and that delegating is a burden, and if my team is overwhelmed and I'm a really crummy leader, then imagine my behaviors. Well, I'm probably busy a lot. I probably don't delegate. I probably put way too much on my plate. And I guarantee you, if this is you, there is resentment happening underneath. Now, that's not necessarily an action, but these actions create senses of resentment. Where we're too busy, we have too much going on, we're not taking good care of ourselves, we're not able to ask for help. And when all of that happens, the only place left to go usually is resentment. And from there, imagine what is impossible for this person. It's impossible for this person to ask for help. It's impossible for this person to delegate or to give up responsibility, to hand it over to somebody else to take the reins. It's impossible for this person to have abundance in their life. If time is limited and my calendar is my life and it's busy and it's filled and I've got to get all of the nooks and crannies all taken care of, imagine that there's no flow, there's no abundance, there's no peace. The reason that I get all the way to the place where I'm like, what's impossible, is guess what this person wants more than anything? This person wants flow. This person wants ease. And it is outside, it is unavailable to this person given the beliefs that they're holding on to. And asking somebody to shift their beliefs is really, really hard. And so what we typically do is we ask the person, okay, let's just wipe the slate clean. What do you want? Which is a huge question. So you can dial it down. What do you want more of in your professional life, in your personal life? What do you wake up each morning saying to yourself? What do you want to say to yourself? What do you want to feel at the end of your day? What do you want to say you've accomplished in 90 days and half a year and 5 years? What do you want people to say about you? These are the things that we can start to look at so that we can start to look at the thing that we desperately want and see how our deep-seated beliefs are getting in our way. If we're able to see and to articulate the things that we want, which is super difficult, most of us don't know what we actually want. Once we can get there, my invitation is, don't do this alone, get supported. Find people that you can have conversations with who are open and able to ask really good questions. And for me, I will always invite people to create some kind of visual so that you can go back to it over time. Once we have the things that we want articulated, maybe even visualized in some way, my invitation is always to get supported. I would love to support you. And if you're open to it, you can go to my website, join our community. I also have helpful tools. We have newsletter. The links are below. And I'm grateful to have spent this time with you. I'm grateful if you watched this video, and I would love to have comments, questions, feedback, challenges, anything. Please feel free to add below.